it isn't always glamorous. That's what the people don't see.
I think one of the things most people don't see about being in a band is how much work and effort, thought goes into just like a simple like task.
And a lot of the stuff, you don't really think about it until, you know, it's kind of missing, like social media, lighting, and sound. All that doesn't just come naturally. So we kind of have to spread ourselves out and focus on all those things individually and really prepare for a big live show, because at the end of the day, all of that adds up to one big live show that we put on.
Some of the biggest struggles of playing in a band is just getting all 5 people, like all 5 of us together, and just, you know, we all live in different parts of, you know, really like the state, so just like all getting together, you know, initially is one problem.
When COVID originally hit, the band had kind of separated. We still kept in touch and talked and tried to figure out what we could do as a band with the limitations that we had. It was tough for a really long time because we couldn't come together and practice, you know, and playing together, being in each other's presence, like that's what we thrive off of. You know, it's the same when we're on stage, and even when we're in rehearsals together. It's we thrive off of each other's energy. So when we weren't around, it got kind of tough. But ultimately, you know, the end goal was to just keep our focus on our fans and you know, keep this engine going until we could really get together and work and build something and do something.
We had to cancel so many live shows whenever everything hit, but that's the same with a lot of bands and venues as well. It's been tough for everybody in the music industry trying to recover, try to gain some sort of traction, because the whole thing about live music is people want to go listen. We just can't really do that right now, but at the end of the day, we want to make sure that people are safe, and we don't want to put in somebody in a position that's unsafe. So it's definitely being more careful for our fans than anything else.
Since then, you know, we've had the opportunity to actually get together and practice, rehearse our live show, create new music, and just kind of stay relative and try to keep in touch with all the people that have, you know, that have been there with us.
1-2-10 takes the live show very serious because, well, first of all, that's our baby. That's what we're selling to people. That's our pride and joy, and that's what we love to do the most.
So the toughest show that, in my opinion, that we've ever played, you could think about tough in one of 2 ways. One, as in it was just hard, like it was challenging. That would have to be either of the Diamond Ballroom 20-minute sets that we did, because it was very, very fast and we had to be on there and be out and give basically the best impression we could in 20 minutes. So that was tough.
Going from being able to do studio stuff live, it's a lot harder because when you're in the studio, you have as many tries as you want to get the perfect take. And when you're doing stuff live, you only get that one shot. And so trying to make it to where you've got your stuff down enough, where you have the perfect take, can be difficult. But what you can do is you can you know, prepare as much as you can beforehand to where you have that live show down as best as possible. But like I said, with recording, you have as many tries as you want.
When it comes to writing our songs, writing our music, you know, most of the time we will come in with an idea of even just like a simple verse or a chorus, just like a piece of the music, and then kind of come together and build it from there. You know, most of the time I'm working on the lyrics myself, but when it comes to the music, that's all in the band. I wouldn't be able to have that music and have all those different inputs and the different genres that we all bring to the table and create such fantastic music without the music itself. So when we come to our practices and when we have rehearsals and we start to work on this music, it's always interesting how we can put something together so seamlessly and just work so thoroughly, and within even just a couple of rehearsals we have a full song that we can present to people.
Just like we all come from different backgrounds, so just pulling ideas from different influences, and
we don't necessarily disagree on anything. It's just you have so many different inputs. Everybody kind of has their own individual style and their own take on what the music should sound like or what it shouldn't sound like. And so I think ultimately that's what makes the songs so interesting and what makes them so perfect, is because you have 5 different inputs from 5 different people, and it just kind of blends and it makes something different and interesting. It's just not one person stuck in their own head, and you get variety, you get a different perspective, and it's always nice having something different because that's what people are looking for.
What are your hopes and dreams for 1-2-10?
My hopes and dreams for 1-2-10 is really just to go as far as as we can. If that's playing arenas, that it means playing arenas. If it's just playing small, dive bars just all over, that's what it is. Just as far as we can take it, that's where I want to be.
My hopes and dreams for 1-2-10 are that we can chase our dreams. We get to perform all over the world and perform in front of all kinds of different audiences while not having to worry about a day job and making ends meet. My hopes and dreams are that we can enjoy ourselves and make those connections and just have a good time with it.
My hopes and dreams for the band is that we just get to make a name for ourselves and we don't change in the process. I think it's always interesting when you look at other bands and you kind of look at their journey and where they started and how they got there. And my hope is that we don't change. We're a family. That's, we've had the help of so many people, and we've been able to help each other, and we've been able to build such a wonderful, wonderful project. I just hope that we stay the same, and we're still brothers, and that it doesn't change our perspective on each other or what we have to offer.
My hopes and dreams for the band is that we would never have to worry about where we were playing our next show. So whether that's in Oklahoma or someplace else, whether it's big venues or small venues, I hope that, because we love playing live music so much, so if we could just never have a worry about where we played our next show, we would always just never have to look for one or never have to, try and search for one, that they would come out and find us. That'd be pretty cool.
It's good to be back. I'm just here to have fun.
Someday